What's up, guys? It is KerryAnnCamille here with another video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If it's your first time here, a special welcome to you. And if you are a returning viewer and subscriber, welcome back. Now, I know that I goat mouthed myself in my last video. I'll see you again next week, guys. Crisis being abated for the next. But guess what? Since my last post was 4 months ago, it means that y'all had 4 months to absorb those first 7 life lessons that we discussed. And I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter this time around. I'm just gonna go through 4 life lessons in each of these videos so that the length of the video overall is not too long and so that can mellow some more into it. So let's get into it. So let me apologize, guys, for starting off this set of life lessons on such a very heavy note, but it is a fact that we have to live with. Life is really uncertain, and death is the only thing that is guaranteed. And I have experienced death since here. One of my co-workers passed away, and each time I think about it, it still kind of feels like a dream. None of us are ever really prepared for death. And when you think about it, the very voice note that you send, the message that you leave, may be the last thing that someone has, the last memory someone has of you. And alternately, the last interaction that you're having with someone, a friend, an acquaintance, a family member, a co-worker, that may end up becoming your memory of them. So you never really know. And so I just want to remind us, guys, to be grateful and embrace life, enjoy it, because we really don't know when our last moments are. Even as we learn and we grow and we love and we stress, let us just be appreciative of and thankful for life. Yo, somebody couldn't warn me about this star? No, sir. 5 years ago, if someone had said to me that they wanted to be a YouTuber, low key, I would have think to them list. But baby girl and guys, YouTube is work. YouTube is a full-on job. This is just my 13th video on YouTube. And I have a growing collection of bloopers. I can only imagine what the collection of bloopers looks like for persons who have been on YouTube for years, right? YouTube is work. So there is a coming up with the concepts of what it is that you want to do. There's filming those activities. There's oftentimes refilming because the Lord said, no, this video that I'm doing now has had several outtakes because of very loud bikes passing by and dogs that just decide to bark. Yeah? So there's a conceptualizing, the filming, the refilming. Then there's the editing, which involves putting the different clips together, selecting appropriate music if you want to do that, deciding on what transitions you want to use, and then in doing all of that, you try to make sure that you don't get copyrighted by YouTube. Is a job. It's fun, but it is work. Yeah. You guys who are full-time YouTubers, big up on yourself. I don't know how to do it now. I don't know, but big up on yourself. Yeah? Now, this particular topic is dear to my heart. And I think especially living in Jamaica, where the exchange rate with the US dollar affects every single thing we do, learning to grow and earn money is super important. Now, let me start off with a disclaimer, guys. I am in no means bashing rich dad, poor dad, but I honestly can't see why everybody makes such a big deal about it. Because to me, the millionaire fast lane is way more practical. I listened to the millionaire fast lane on Audible, and I was like, wow, this book actually tells you how to make money. And of course, Being a little bit of a car enthusiast, you know, I love the references that were made to a sidewalk, the slow lane and the fast lane. So that really kind of put things into perspective for me. But let me read for you one of the chapter summaries that really got me. Money doesn't buy happiness because money is used for consumer pursuits destructive to freedom. Anything destructive to freedom is destructive to the wealth trinity. Money, if properly used, can buy freedom, which can lead to happiness. Happiness stems from good health, freedom, and strong interpersonal relationships, not necessarily money. Guys, believe me when I tell you, if you have not yet read Millionaire Fastlane, get it. It is practical. It highlights the importance of having a product that can reach millions, because if you even charge $1 for your product, if it's reaching millions, then you get millions. So, is it really? No, no, the dogs, really? The sooner you learn how to manage and grow your money, the better it is for you. And guys, especially as I mentioned, living here in Jamaica, and possibly, you know, this would extend generally to the Caribbean region in particular, our exchange rates compared to the US dollar really impacts the cost of fuel, the cost of food, imports, exports, rent, the housing market. Everything is tied to a US exchange rate. So if you are able to properly grow your money, you will be able to combat the very rapidly increasing rates of inflation that we're currently facing, so that you can have a comfortable life now and not work yourself up to very stressful work hours in your youth, hoping that you'll be able to retire and enjoy your money. But who will be able to properly enjoy their money when they're geriatric? Anyway, I will do a separate. The final life lesson for this video is to take care of your skin. Now, you'd think this is obvious, right? Because our skin literally covers our whole body. It's what we must see every day at several points in the day. And yes, I know in my first video of life lessons, one of the lessons I'd mentioned is that nobody really cares if your feet are ashy. But context, guys, there's context. We've all seen it. Someone whose skin is overly oily or overly dry, cracking, peeling. No. Taking care of our skin is super important. I mean, heck, we have the phrase, love the skin you're in. And if we can't do that, we're gonna be miserable. Skin is the largest organ on our body, and it will absorb a lot of the chemicals that we place on it, chemicals that are in our atmosphere, and also as a physical barrier, it helps to prevent certain viruses and germs and other organisms and the non-living matter from entering into our bloodstream. So taking care of our skin is super important. Those of us who have skin of color, we are also being reminded, I'm reminding us to take care of our skin as well. I know, not many of us wear sunscreen. It's important. We have been to the beach. We've been just out on a regular day, maybe even gardening in our own yards. And we've seen the tan lines that we've gotten just by being out in the sun for half an hour, an hour. And we know that there is a phrase that black don't crack, but that still doesn't mean we should abuse our skin. Yes? So take care of the skin you're in. Whenever you get up in the mornings or at night, you can look at your skin and feel really good about yourself. Alright guys, that's it for this set of life lessons. Take care until I see you again next week. That's a promise. I have a strategy now for my recording that I will also mention in a future video on how it is that you can set up a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm not an expert, but there are several lessons that I've learned just by doing this. Alright, so until then, Take care, guys. Be safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.